In your speech, you spoke about union bosses and the need to get control away from them. I mean, it seems like nationally and locally, especially with the recent local election of the school district that I cover, there's been a lot of tension between teachers' unions and school choice advocates.
Mm-hmm.
Is it possible for these groups to work together, and what, in your opinion, is the biggest roadblock from preventing that happening?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, I think it's one of those, most teachers I talk to care about kids, they care about the children, not just those in their class or in their school, but they care about children getting a great education overall. So I think as you move away, and as we've seen in many of our schools across the state of Wisconsin, as we made the changes, many of the teachers who came into education, they came into teaching because they loved children, they wanted to be empowered to do that, kind of got a chance to come back to that. Instead of being worried about the union contract or what the temperature was in the teacher's lounge, they actually got to spend their time focusing on teaching kids. Excuse me. And from that regard, I think if there are other ways, in addition to the ones in traditional public schools, be it in a charter, be it in a choice school, a virtual school, or homeschool environment, there are other ways to provide that great education. I think the key's got to be is people need to break down the barriers, the stereotypes sometimes created, not just in the media, but otherwise, that this group only cares about that, and that group only cares about that. That's why in my comments, I didn't just talk about choice. I talked about public schools. I talked about charter schools. I talked about reforms that are needed there, because our goal is not to pick and create a new system. It's to provide as many great choices as possible.